Hello everyone, my name is Omyra Bennett, and I'll be walking you guys through the stages of the healing process and, applying them to a client scenario that I had created. So stage 1 is engagement. So with this first stage being engagement, this is where the helping professional, builds trust and this kind of relationship with the client. So it's about creating this safe, welcoming environment, and where the client is just to feel heard and to feel welcome. So in the scenario that I created, I'm working with Maria, who is a 28-year-old single mother of 2. And she recently lost her job due to company downsizing, so she got laid off and everything, and she is now facing this financial stress and the possibility of being evicted from her apartment. So in our first meeting, I would focus on making her feel comfortable, using active listening, open body language, empathy to build that strong connection and relationship with her. So stage 2 is assessment. This stage, involves gathering detailed information about the client's situation, the client's strengths, and the client's needs. So with Maria, I would ask open-ended questions to understand her employment history, her financial situation, her emotional well-being, and her support system that she has for her and her children. But then I'd also explore, her goals and her barriers and anything that has to do with her childcare and transportation and everything about that. So stage 3 is planning. This is where we would work together to set goals, to, identify the steps to success and how to achieve them. For Maria, we'd set short-term goals, like applying for the unemployment benefits, possibly finding temporary housing, even if that is moving in with a family member or with someone in her support system. So a long-term goals that we would set, though, like finding a new job, and getting that stable work environment. And I'd also help her connect with local resources for, the food, childcare, mental health support, because this is definitely going to bring something mentally on her in the future, and with her kids could notice it too. So stage 4 is implementation. So this 4th stage is implementation. This is when the client begins taking action on the plan and on the goals that we've created with the help of the professional. So from the help of me too. So in Maria's case, I'd assist her in filling out applications, preparing for job interviews in ways that could help, and, following up with the agencies that she has, that we have come together and been like, hey, this would be a good, helpful resource. So, but I'd also provide, that encouragement, that support, and to help her stay motivated during, these stressful times. So stage 5 is evaluation. This stage involves reviewing the client's progress and adjusting the plan that we've created if needed. So with Maria, we regularly meet to see what's going on, what can we fix, what's going well, see if there's if she's getting interviews, if we need to rebuild her resume, if childcare doesn't work, everything. So we'd evaluate everything that we've gone through and adjust our plan if needed. And then stage 6 is termination. This is when the helping relationship comes to a close in the healthy, planned way. So for Maria, this would happen when she's found stable housing and employment, and we'd review all of her progress to make sure she's progressing well still, and that this is for sure a thing that'll happen. So we'd also celebrate her achievements that she's made. So I'd make sure that she's just confident, moving forward, and knows where to go for future support if she needs. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a little bit longer of a video. This was kind of fun to apply it to a real life situation and actually really look at it in depth. And I can't wait to see my other classmates' scenarios too, because this is just something I thought of randomly. So thanks.